So if you are either new to an industry, or you're going after a contract that might be on a larger scale, or you're going after something that you're just like, I have no idea what the pricing might be. So one of the ways that I find out what pricing is, especially if you're in an industry where it's a consistent contract like janitorial, or something that's going to be like at least every day or every week or every month or every quarter continuously, and that facility, for example, may be getting that service all the time, or they might have had it in the past and it's not new. One of the ways to get pricing is to ask for the previous pricing. So this is a little tricky, because what this means is that if you find an opportunity that you want to go after, that means that you have to get ahead of it quite early. So if your solicitation comes out today, let's just say it's April 1st, and a solicitation comes out today, then the last day for questions may be April 15th, and then when you have to submit the bid, it might be April 30th. So hopefully you find this opportunity before April 15th so you can ask questions. And one of the questions that we always ask is, what was the previous pricing, and is this the same size and scope as the previous contract? You have to ask exactly like that, because if you don't, these people, I'm telling you, these agencies, they will try to get around telling you the pricing like as much as possible. And usually if it's with an open records, or it's public knowledge, then usually they'll give up the price, because they know that, hopefully you'll find it anyway. But you always ask what the previous pricing was, and is it the same size and scope? So you kind of have to ask it exactly like that, or they might try to give you like a bogus answer. And I've seen some crazy answers. I've seen like where people ask, is this the same size and scope? They might say no. And it's like the agency might respond back with no. And so for those who don't know, if you submit questions for an opportunity, they send back all the questions that were asked from everyone who was looking at this opportunity, right? And that's whether it's in person, or through a portal, or it's written, like you submit it as, as an email to whatever agency lead is supposed to be. So they'll send back all those questions back. I've seen some people ask questions just like, where you can kind of leave it up into interpretation, and that's what the agency is going to do. They're just going to try to answer the bare minimum, and sometimes not even really answer the question. So if you ask it that way, a lot of times you'll get the answer that you're looking for. So don't just say, what was the price? You have to be very specific and very detailed in your question, so they can't really dance around it, and it's showing that they're blatantly trying to dance around it. Because if they say, there was a previous contractor in place, they may not tell you who it is, and then they may not give you a price, and then you won't be able to do your own research. So that's one way that we always look for our pricing, if it's something that's already in existence and there's already been a contract for that. So that is a very simple way, like something that you don't have to put in a lot of effort. You just have to make sure you ask that question.